Hey guys, Uncle Ray, welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. On this channel, we cut through the hype and the noise, and I give you the non-biased information you can use to make informed decisions. Now, I have a financial background, and I do my research for me, and I share with my community. Guys, my goal is to get you in that 10% club. 90% of everyone trading crypto or investing in crypto lose money. I hope to change that. And it's videos like this, which people do not like to watch, is how you get a strategy and start changing your mindset, the way you think, that it's going to make you be successful, in my opinion. So we're going to dive into some charts and some data, and I'm going to share with you how the smart money thinks, how the whales think, how the institutions think. Now, if this triggers you or whatever, I get it. But I want you to think about something. If 90% of people lose money and everyone you're talking to is negative, but the whales are buying, what's that tell you? Change the way you think, get some knowledge, and zoom out of where we are in the big picture. If you look at any cycle, and yes, what happened in the past doesn't mean it's going to happen in the future. But guys, we've had a lot of opportunity in this market so far in this cycle. A lot of people have made a ton of money. Most people didn't capture that. But we did that in quantitative tightening with high interest rates. Now we are in transition. Trump has a game plan. We got so much bullish news, just like the Bitcoin reserve. The war might be coming to an end. They will be cutting rates. The M2 money supply, all that's coming out right now. And when that liquidity hits this cycle, I think everything is going to explode. But either way, I'm going to stay the course. Had a game plan for this cycle from day one, and I'm not going to quit right now. It's not financial advice. If you want to sell out and leave, I get it. But that's the craziest thing I ever heard. But anyway, hit the like button. I want to give you some alpha. We're going to dive into a bunch of charts, and hopefully I'll change the way you think and lift your spirits. Guys, as you can see, it's been a brutal week, and I get it. But I hope we have a couple more brutal weeks. I love buying stuff that's on sale, especially projects that I have high conviction. I'll give you an example. Here's some of my highest conviction plays. Ondo, probably the highest. It's down 29% for the week. I wish it was down 99%. Yes, the I've already started dollar cost averaging in under a dollar, and that would hurt. But what's better than buying Ondo under a dollar and buying it at 50 cents, 25 cents? Because for me, every project you see on this screen, I don't believe has hit their all-time high for this bull run. And if I'm right, I'm going to be really right. If I'm wrong, hey, I'm wrong. All right. Now, before we dive into it, guys, I do one-on-one coaching. I have a new coaching course. I have a new shorting course, which is how I prefer to try to make money in crypto. And I have an inner circle. And if you need some help or you have an interest, we'll talk about that at the end of the or at the end of this video. Now, hit that like button. Let's dive into this alpha that you need to hear. All right. First of all, guys, we know that Trump announced that he's got the Bitcoin reserve and all that. So that's old news, but that was extremely positive in the big picture. And right now, 29 states are filing paperwork and making legislation to try to buy Bitcoin. Texas is about this close. That matters, guys. It seems like one state, but if Texas, because of its GDP, was a country, it would be like in the top 15 most powerful countries in the world. So think about that. That's bullish. Now, Deutsche Bank has never been bullish on Bitcoin, but because of what Trump did with the Bitcoin reserve, they said now they believe that it's going to change the international standards and that Bitcoin is hard money. Guys, that's coming from the banking sector. All right, let's talk about the whales. Now, I'm guessing the whales are not just jumping in right now. Not all of them. A lot of them already have. But look at this, guys. 719 million USD has been transferred to Coinbase earlier today. Shout out to Clark or Lark for posting this. And then no more did they send almost 17 or 719 million to Coinbase. Another whale sent another 180 million. Guys, that's right at $900 million. That is a chunk of change. It's going to be deployed. My guess is most of them are watching the charts and they're just slowly dollar cost averaging in. They're not wanting to cause a stir. They want to get those orders filled slowly. That way they can dump on you a lot faster. All right, Kathy Woods, whether you like her or not, she just deployed $80 million. Two different transactions. She bought $80 million worth of Bitcoin. Now, I've showed this before, but this is the most current one. Guys, this is the M2 money supply. We're not technically literally cutting on the printing press, but as I've done a video, we have countless ways to increase the money supply, basically print money. And look at this, guys. If you study this chart, every time that we print money, Bitcoin follows. And it normally outperforms the liquidity. I mean, look at this, guys. And when it gets below, it's even a bigger move. Well, right now, guys, we are right at where the M2 money supply bottomed out. I believe, and the whales believe, and the smart money believe that this thing is going to explode. And whether it's 2 weeks, 2 months, whatever, this Bitcoin chart, even if it gets down in here, which should be a gift, it's going to catch up and surpass the money supply. So think about this bull run, right? We've had like 3 really healthy pumps. Most people didn't take profits. That's a whole different story. But guys, there was no liquidity. We were in quantitative tightening, right? Now the Fed is starting to lower interest rates. We're getting the money printer cut on. And not only that, guys, the M2 mainly reflects America, but the global money supply is up over 5% as well. China's cutting on the printing press, Japan, Germany, Poland. It's all over the globe. We're going to have a huge amount of liquidity go into all asset classes. All right, look at this chart, guys. Again, we've been fighting the dollar the whole time, and now the dollar is starting to drop like a rock. Trump wants a lower dollar, and that means that when the dollar drops, it's positive for Bitcoin. And Bitcoin has been fighting an uphill battle for a while, but now we're starting to get a weaker dollar. Extremely bullish. Now look at this chart, guys. This is 2021 or 20, right before the last bull run. Now I want 2 things to notice. They look almost identical. Now history doesn't have to repeat, and they don't have to match at all. But if you look, the charts look almost identical, except we actually had a bigger early pump. Well, if we match this, guys, what do you think is going to happen? I'm bullish. When that liquidity hits the market, see, we had liquidity here, right? We didn't have QT, we had quantitative easing. Look at this, guys. When that changes, I think we're going to rip. Now, that's another one. That's the same dollar. I put it up there twice. Is that right? Well, yep. So we can skip that. Now, I get this, but this is actually a positive. The S&P right now is down. The NASDAQ is down. There's a lot of crazy issues on the planet. There's still the war. There's still the tariffs. A lot of uncertainty. Wall Street and the markets do not like uncertainty. So they're not going to go into altcoins or even Bitcoin. They want to go into bonds and things like that. They want certainty. But guys, the war could end literally today as we speak, this week. It's getting really close. So let's say that happens. And then next month or the end of this month, I think the Fed's meeting. Let's say they cut rates again. And then they come out with another announcement and the M2 money supply goes up. Maybe they figure out and make an announcement about the uh, Bitcoin reserve buying some Bitcoin with their budget neutral policy. Guys, it could explode at any time. Not telling you to stack. I'm barely stacking, but I'm watching the charts every day. It's time to pay attention, guys. Not stop looking at charts and videos and educating yourself, which everyone's doing. Most people are starting to disappear, including half the influencers. All right, here's Bitcoin dominance. Guys, it's not going to go up forever. And think about what happened just in November when Trump announcement was that he won the White House. Look at the pump we got. Guys, I'm telling you, no matter how high Bitcoin dominance goes, it's probably going to come back at least this yellow line, if not this blue line. And that's the explosive upside that everyone will be waiting on. Now, USDT dominance. When this goes up, that's not what we want. That means altcoins are going down. People are getting out, taking profits, or just getting out, but they're putting it in stable coins. They're not leaving. So no matter how high it gets, guys, it's going to come back into the market with a vengeance. And when you see something like this, it's going to be explosive. I can't be more bullish, and I hope you are too. Now, that being said, guys, I just started my inner circle. I hope everyone would like to be involved. Hit the link down below. Reach out. I've got a shorting course. I personally believe that's the best way to make money. And when the bear market gets here in this altcoin season, if we have one, which I believe we will, is over, shorting is where it's at. If you want to learn that, it's very economical. It's a great course. I have a portfolio course. If you want to go through your portfolio and get a game plan, which whether you take me up on that or not, I highly recommend. Learn how to dollar cost average in, average out, get a profit taking plan. Because if you don't, you're going to become profits. Anyway, I'll leave a link down below in the description and pin it in the comments. That being said, guys, if the majority were right, the majority would be rich. And the whales are stacking right now. The smart money is paying attention. They're excited. And I believe that this could be an extended bull run because I believe that it wasn't the Bitcoin halving that what the Bitcoin halving that makes the markets pump. It's the liquidity. And one other chart, and I meant to put this in there and I didn't. Guys, the average altcoin season or the average season is like 500 something days, 528 days. Guys, we're only like 227 days into this bull run. Yes, you can argue all you want that it's a bull run, but I believe it is. So we still have, guys, at least 200 plus days for this thing to rip. And we all know how fast things can move. Now, I wouldn't recommend anyone jumping in and going all in right now. But when you look at the fear and greed index, which is going up, you're buying the orange, guys. These are great times. I know it's nerve wracking. I know it's crazy, but this is the easiest, hardest money you're ever going to make. And the big boys are here. And if you don't start thinking like they think, guys, they're just going to take your money. The reason there's so much money in crypto to be made, because 90% of all the money out there is going to go into 10% of the people's pockets. All right, guys. Hopefully that got you excited. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Hit the like button. If I triggered you or whatever, hit the unlike button. Let me know what you think in the comment sections and come back and be part of this community. Subscribe. Guys, I'm not going to say get to stacking right now, but get to watching those charts and get ready to get to stacking. Take care, guys.